controversial statement here, but your SMV or sexual market value as a man, and if you're not familiar, it's like think of a 1 to 10 scale, and whether you're a 4 out of 10 or whether you're a 8 out of 10, actually doesn't matter as much as you guys think it does.
Look, where all my dreamers at? Passion over paychecks, we still believe in that. And no, you might not understand, but we at peace with that. Either you got it or you don't, it ain't no teaching that. And it's my way of reaching back.
I'm Paul, apexmindset.net to book a consult. Like the video, share the video. Of course, subscribe. Let's talk about sexual market value. For you to get hot girls, and let's just talk brass tacks, girls sleeping with you. All right. Let's talk pimp game. Okay. Your sexual market value doesn't actually matter. Yeah. A lot of you guys are like, what do you mean it doesn't matter? Whatever. All right, listen, just hear me out on this. Okay. Your value is not predicated on what some woman's opinion is. I'll say that again. Your value as a man is not predicated on what some woman's opinion is. So you guys need to work on your own value, but you need to work on that independent of some chick's dumb opinion. Because think about this for a second. How many hot girls have you known in your lifetime who slept with losers, who had ugly boyfriends? I know plenty of hot girls, young, hot, in their highest peak of sexual market value as a woman, at least in terms of her appearance and looks, giving it away to drug dealers and half criminals and losers and dorks who did not have the physical characteristics or the logistical resource, mental, emotional characteristics, fill in the blank characteristics of being somebody who would have been an 8 out of 10 for a man or a 9 out of 10. These dudes were nothing, and these women sleep with them. All right. I know guys who are high value men. I've worked with high value men in the real estate, mortgage industry, and the finance industry, and different, engineers, big 3 auto, like the legal field, different industries, making well over 6 figures, having all the 6 sixes, that get talked about, 6 figures, 6 inches places, 6 feet tall, whatever. Sleeping with and marrying less attractive women than what some of the loser, out of shape, alcoholic, partying idiots I grew up with would sleep with when they were 22 years old, 21, 19 years old. Right? And you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. I've seen girls pine for dudes. In fact, your girl probably pined for a dude who was a complete loser. She's picking him up drunk. He's drunk somewhere. She's his ride. He's all over the place, broke. Yeah, and she ends up sleeping with him probably that night. Your sexual market value, you guys are way too wrapped up in that for getting girls. Getting girls is all about their emotions. There are hundreds of reasons women actually sleep with guys. Genuine desire is one of those reasons. It's one of the most important reasons if you want a relationship, but their sexual decisions are all over the place, and it has to do with their emotions in the moment. You do not need to be a guy who has money in the bank, good job, physically fit, all of the list to get some girl to sleep with you that's good looking even. All you have to do is know game and how to manipulate their emotions. I say manipulate, I don't mean that in a bad way, but that's true. That is what it is. Now, I'm not saying this because I want you guys to go off and be losers and sleep with women. But I do want you to observe the fact that plenty of losers sleep with women, and those losers are not you. Plenty of you guys listening to me right now have so many things going for you, yet women are choosing other men. They're choosing to have sex with guys who have a fraction or less of what you have going for you. So this idea that, well, I have to be an 8 or 9 as a guy in order to get an 8 or 9 woman just doesn't pan out when you actually observe what's going on and what's been going on since prior to the internet. Women sleeping with losers. It's normal. Women sleeping with losers is as much normal as women sleeping with those attractive, high-value chads. And so what's the point of me expressing this? A lot of you guys put barriers in place as to why you can't get women, and you make excuses for yourself. Well, I'm still in college and I'm not sure what I want to do yet. So, I'm not really ready to get girls yet, or ready to have girls like me. All right. Or I'm doing pretty well, but I don't have $1 million yet, or I don't quite make 6 figures yet. So I'm not quite ready. Well, I need to get in a little bit better shape. So girls don't like me because whatever. Right. My face isn't symmetrical enough. Do you know how many odd looking criminal drug dealers were sleeping with women when I grew up? They got more women than I did when I was growing up, when I was younger. High school, I was talking like high school. And I wasn't good with women when I was in high school. You know how many of these girls slept with them through their vaginas at these drunk idiots with way, way less genetic capabilities than I do? I mean, I'm talking fractions, talking about facial symmetry and all that stuff the black pill talks about. That's why you can't get girls. These dudes are having these women throw it at them while they're at some party because they're not even close. But why is that? There's a number of reasons why. I mean, we do all this stuff and talk about this stuff in order to deduce why. But it's simple. We can really boil it down to emotions. Her emotions and her little vagina responded to that guy on that particular day or evening. And now they sleep together. And now she's to justify the decision afterwards. And maybe that leads into a several-month relationship with a drunk loser idiot. She doesn't understand or even believe in her own value. So why would she value what's between her legs and value what she puts in it? And here you guys are thinking, well, geez, I'm not an 8 yet. I'm only a 6 in SMV, so I couldn't possibly get a decent looking girl to sleep with me. There are several women on Instagram who collect likes and take pictures of their buttholes every single day. And there's several women in small towns, in country ass towns, in urban areas who don't even really venture much on social media that are better looking naked than your Instagram girl with several filters and a creative camera angle. Yeah, you have Instagram girls getting those calls to go spend a weekend with some blue check mark. Sure, you have that. But you have 100 more behind them that are as about in the same category of decent looking, who maybe just doesn't wear their makeup the same way that day or most days, or maybe they are doing something else, or maybe they're just not motivated to get likes on Instagram. And they're attractive, they look good naked, they're probably better at sex, and you can swoop into any normal, small, medium-sized town and have them in a particular night if you know how to stimulate their emotions. So I'm not saying that genuine desire isn't important, and for her to see you as the sexual best and see you as the best she can do isn't important. That's absolutely important for LTRs, no question. And I'm not saying that you should, pursue women and not do anything for yourself. No, what I'm saying is that your value as a man is independent of some girl's opinion. You need to be achieving what you want in life, making the money that you want. You need to have the alpha behaviors and mental acuity, mental sharpness, mental fitness, emotional self-control that you would imagine for yourself in order to have the life that you want, the car that you want, the motorcycle that you want, the house that you want. These are things that you should want for you. And if you want a family and all that stuff, then the family that you would want based on what you're doing to design your life, and then choosing the right person to fill that role, and then maintaining that frame, the relationship. These are all things that you do, but you do those for you. Your SMV, or value as a man, increases to that 8 or 9 because of what you want to do for you, not because of getting the girls. Because a girl is going to throw it at you on the right day or time if you know how to stimulate her emotions. There's plenty of guys that come through and coach with me even, and in my past, and friends of mine in my past who I've helped them or we've been out together. They don't have their crap together, and how women sleep with them, and they're not even attractive all the time. And there's plenty of dudes who have all of their stuff together, high IQ, good earners, good people, all that stuff, and they get passed over by these girls. All right. And it's because their game isn't good, and they don't know how to calibrate themselves socially, and they don't know how to stimulate those emotions. So in closing, I just want to make that point, is that you're putting too much weight on your own sexual market value as far as getting the girls is concerned. Getting the girls is about game, and it's about stimulating emotions. Get your value in order for yourself, not for a woman. When you evaluate women and how attractive they are, that's going to be independent of most of the things you think about yourself. The reality is, if you realize that you're good enough because she certainly slept with people a lot worse than you, then that should calm your anxiety when you go to approach her and talk to her and deal with her. Some people you could hand the keys to a McLaren and they'll fill it with McDonald's wrappers, run into curbs, scratch up the paint, and not even realize the value of what they have. They wouldn't know, and even if they did understand it rudimentally speaking, they wouldn't know how to take care of it. And then you have some people who you could hand those keys and that person would absolutely cherish that car, right? There's women out there that are going to appreciate your high SMV and maybe not go for you for an LTR if you don't have that. But most women are making an emotional and instinctual sexual decision and then justifying it after the fact. So my point is when we talk about SMV and women and your SMV relationship to her, genuine burning desire and all that stuff, we're talking about this as an academic exercise to understand the sexual marketplace and understand how their brains work and how your brain works and action plans so you can get what you want. But in application, it's all about stimulating her emotions. And when I say emotions, I mean the instinctual sexual ones in order for her to want to be with you. And you can do that as a broke homeless guy if her paradigm would allow it. And if one particular girl's paradigm won't allow the guy living out of his car to be the guy that she sleeps with, there's one right around the corner who will, because her emotions are different that day.